Hi Sandy, I'm Yvonne, your coach for life beyond belief. I'm here to guide you in dismantling the illusions that are making you unhappy.
Oh, I'm so glad to finally meet you. I've really been struggling. I'm so confused and tired.
Okay, working together we can see what is behind your struggles. First, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions to get us started. Are you willing to make the truth more important than the way you currently see this situation?
Yes, I'm very tired. I really do want the truth now.
Great. And are you willing to let me guide you through this process of discovery?
Yes, I know I'm stuck here, so I appreciate your guidance.
Wonderful, the first step has already happened. Now, what seems to be the problem?
My boyfriend just doesn't appreciate me. He's always putting me down and making fun of me. I feel so small and stupid.
It sounds like you must be feeling very sad. Can you give me an example of what your boyfriend says that makes you think he doesn't appreciate you?
He just won't do his part around the house, and when I complain about having too much to do, he just shrugs and shakes his head and walks away. I feel like I don't count. He just doesn't care about me and how I feel.
It sounds like you've learned to be very indirect when you want something, so you complain, thinking that he should understand that you need something from him. Would that be true?
Well, of course. I shouldn't have to ask him. He should know what I need. I feel stupid having to ask for simple things, like for him to take out the garbage.
I understand. You would really like him to be more responsive and understanding, so you will know you are loved and appreciated.
Yes, but he just won't listen. He doesn't care.
Okay, let's take a step back here. How about we just take a minute to breathe into the place where you are feeling tightness or heaviness in your body right now. Just let go of your thoughts for a moment, and be fully with whatever it is you're feeling for a moment. Where do you experience what you're feeling?
In my chest. It feels so heavy. I just want to cry. I feel this way so much of the time. I just have to get rid of this feeling.
I'd guess you've been trying all kinds of things to get rid of this, but they haven't worked, have they?
You're right, they haven't worked. But what can I do? This just hurts too much.
Let's start by just being with the hurt. Gently focus your attention on the heaviness in your chest, with no judgment, no commentary, just being with it exactly the way it is. When thoughts come rushing in, just let them go for now. Keep breathing into the pain, and letting your focus rest on your chest, as gently as you can, while we ask a few questions. Okay?
Okay, I think I can do that. It's starting to feel lighter now, not quite so heavy.
Great. Now, keeping your focus on your chest, let's check into what you believe about yourself in this situation with your boyfriend. Would you say you see yourself as unlovable somehow?
Yes, that's exactly how he makes me feel.
Is this a new feeling or is it quite familiar?
Come to think of it, this is really familiar. I've been feeling this off and on all my life, it seems.
What if I told you unlovable wasn't a feeling at all, but rather a decision you made about yourself a very long time ago? Before you can even remember, and you're absolutely convinced that it's true.
Really? But I can really feel it.
Yes, you do feel lots of sadness associated with that thought, but the unlovable part is not what you feel. It's how you interpret what's happening, which causes the sadness. What if you were wrong about being unlovable? What if you just didn't understand what was going on, and decided it must be that?
Oh, wow. You mean I'm not unlovable?
What do you think?
It sure feels like I am. I could give you lots of examples of how people treated me that made me feel that way.
I'm sure you could. It could be no other way if you think about it. You've been looking at life through the filter of that belief for a very long time, so how else could you have interpreted what was going on? It's okay, we all have our way of doing that.
So when he shrugs and walks away when I complain, it might not be because I'm unlovable.
That's right. The truth is, that all you know is that he shrugged and walked away, isn't it? Everything else is your interpretation, through the lens of not believing yourself to be lovable.
Now I'm really confused. What does it mean when he does that?
I don't know, and neither do you. I would guess, however, that it has a lot more to do with him than with you. You might even try asking him what he's thinking when he does that.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I'd be too scared.
Here's another belief, my dear. What do you think you might be afraid of? Remember to focus on where you feel the fear and ask that question.
I'm really scared of being left and then I'd be all alone.
Again, this is very likely a familiar thought and related feeling, is it not?
Yes, I've always been scared.
Let's take a moment to just be with that feeling of fear in your body. Very gently acknowledging the feeling and giving it some of the sweet attention it's never had. Breathe, focus. Now staying there, ask yourself, is it true that he would leave and I would be alone? Really?
I don't know. It sure feels that way.
Indeed, I'm sure it does, because there is a memory of a similar event, or likely several of them, in your lifetime, which you all interpreted with the same meaning. The truth is, however, you don't know, right?
No, I don't. I guess I really am just making that up, aren't I?
Yes, my dear, that's what we do when we don't know. We fill the gap with memories, assumptions and stories about what's going on, when really we simply don't know. Could you breathe into the not knowing for a moment right now, and make peace with that?
Yes, actually it feels a bit better already.
Great. Now you're ready for the next step. It's time to open up to wonder. I wonder what my life would be like if I didn't believe I was unlovable. I wonder what might be possible if I didn't believe I would be abandoned. I wonder.
I can do that. Wow, this feels so open and different from how I usually feel.
That's the whole idea, opening to the flow of creativity and energy that is always there for us. But when we're resisting and fighting what's going and giving it our uninformed meaning, we don't get to experience that flow. Remember, when you get into the wondering part of this, it isn't about figuring anything out or having to answer the question. That's for the universe to do. You just need to create the space and pay attention to what shows up as you go about your days and nights. You may need to remind yourself a few times to go back to wondering when your mind wants to grab onto the old way of thinking again. But persistence pays. Keep breathing, keep being gentle with your feelings, questioning the beliefs, and keep wondering. Then, when you get a new idea that feels right, act on it. You'll be amazed how much more creativity starts to flow every time you do.
Thank you. I can do this.
It's a start, my dear, it's a start. You can do this with any uncomfortable feelings and beliefs. You never know where it's going to take you. So staying open to what shows up works wonders. Remember, you already are what you've been looking for. Perfect, whole and complete.